Have you ever had fresh tomatoes spoil before you could use them all? Today, I'll show you a simple way to turn ordinary tomatoes into a flavorful homemade tomato powder that can last for months. We'll go through 2 easy drying methods using an air fryer and an oven. Then I'll share the best way to store it and several delicious ways to use it in your everyday cooking. Let's get started. First, you will need about 2 to 4 pounds of fresh tomatoes. It is best to choose ones that are beautifully ripe and red to get the best flavor for your powder. Now, wash them by placing the tomatoes in the sink, adding a little salt and some white vinegar. Let them soak for about 5 minutes. This simple step helps remove dirt, bacteria, and other impurities from the surface. After soaking, gently rub each tomato with your hands and rinse it thoroughly under running water until completely clean. Then, place them in a colander and let them drain naturally before you move on to cutting. Now that the tomatoes are clean, it's time to prepare them. I'll show you 2 different drying methods, so I'm slicing some of them very thinly. This step is important because the thinner the slices, the faster they will dry, which saves a significant amount of time. My family eats tomatoes every day because they add rich flavor and essential nutrients like vitamin C, potassium, and lycopene, which actually becomes easier for the body to absorb once the tomatoes are cooked and dried. Once sliced, it's time to start the drying process. While you could dry them in the sun, that takes a long time. To save time, I prefer using an air fryer. Simply arrange your tomato slices in a single layer in the basket, making sure they do not overlap so the hot air can circulate properly around every single piece for even drying. Now, set the temperature to between 176 and 194 degrees Fahrenheit, or 80 to 90 degrees Celsius. You'll want to dry the tomatoes for about 2 to 3 hours, depending on how thick your slices are and how much natural moisture they contain. Every 1 to 2 hours, be sure to check on them. Gently turn the slices over so they dry more evenly on both sides, ensuring you get the best possible result for your powder. Now for our second method, which is just as quick, turning the tomatoes into a rich sauce to dry in the oven. Cut the tomatoes into small pieces. They don't need to be perfectly uniform, just small enough to cook down quickly and let their moisture evaporate. Place the chopped tomatoes into a pan and cook over medium heat until they soften and release their natural juices. I prefer the original flavor, so I don't add salt, but you can add a little chili powder if you like heat. Once the liquid separates, cover the pan and simmer on low for 10 to 15 minutes, stirring occasionally so they don't stick. As the mixture thickens and most of the liquid evaporates, gently mash the tomatoes to create a smooth consistency. A key tip is not to blend them into a watery puree, as that makes drying much harder. By cooking them first, you remove about 80 to 90% of the water, which really speeds up the final drying process. Now it is time to dry it in the oven. Place the tray inside and set the temperature to about 167 to 194 degrees Fahrenheit or 75 to 90 degrees Celsius for approximately 3 to 5 hours. Be sure to leave the oven door slightly open so the moisture can escape more easily. Let the tomatoes dry in the oven for several hours, making sure to check on them from time to time. This patient, slow-drying process ensures the mixture turns into a perfect, crisp sheet. Once the air fryer has finished, take the tomatoes out to check them. You will see that the slices have curled up and can be easily broken by hand, which proves they are completely dry. The same goes for the oven-dried batch. After a few hours, the mixture will be crisp and no longer sticky. Simply remove the tray and break the dried sheets into smaller pieces. As you can see, both methods produce excellent results. Once everything has cooled completely, place the pieces into a blender and process them until you have a fine, uniform powder. After blending, pass the powder through a sieve to obtain a perfectly smooth, fine texture. Just look at it. The tomato powder is now bright red smooth and wonderfully fragrant, ready to be stored. To keep the powder fresh for a long time, proper storage is essential. Transfer the powder into a glass jar and ensure it has a tight-fitting lid. This is the best way to reduce moisture exposure and maintain the quality of your homemade seasoning for months to come. An important tip for protecting your powder from moisture is to place a food-safe silica gel packet inside the jar. This will help absorb any lingering humidity and keep the powder dry and fresh for much longer. If you don't have a silica gel packet, you can make a simple moisture absorber at home. Just wrap 1 to 2 teaspoons of dry, uncooked rice in a small piece of paper towel, secure it, and place it in the jar. This acts as a natural desiccant to keep everything dry, and just like that, you have a convenient pantry staple ready for all your cooking needs. One of the most common ways I use this powder is to make a quick sauce for pasta. Just mix 1 or 2 tablespoons of the tomato powder with a little bit of warm water. Stir it well, and you will have a delicious, rich mixture that is remarkably similar to crushed fresh tomatoes. When you are making vegetable soup, beef soup, or any kind of stew, simply add a bit of this tomato powder to the pot. It helps enhance the natural color of your dish, creates a much richer flavor profile, and adds that unmistakable, deep tomato taste we all love. Another great way to use it is to sprinkle a little on your favorite snacks, baked potatoes, popcorn, fried eggs, or even roasted vegetables. It gives your food a light, tangy tomato flavor and a beautiful, attractive color without needing to use a heavy, watery sauce. You can also add 1 or 2 teaspoons of the powder to your marinades for chicken, beef, or pork. The tomato powder helps enhance the natural flavor of the meat, gives your grilled dishes a more appealing, vibrant color, and creates a much richer, deeper taste once everything is cooked. And that's how you can make your own tomato powder at home with just a few simple steps. Whether you use the air fryer or the oven method, you'll end up with a rich, flavorful seasoning that's easy to store and ready whenever you need it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, leave a comment with your favorite way to use tomato powder, and subscribe for more easy cooking tips, kitchen hacks, and homemade recipes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.